Jo Mazgay, and I am West Coast Soul. I am a very divinely feminine creature in a world that loves to shame the feminine. It has taken me 40-ish years to love the curves of my hips, the softness of my belly, to know I can listen to my heart, and it's never wrong. I have learned that it's okay to explore who I am. I have learned that it's okay to say no. And I have learned that when I put out what I want, y'all show up. And I love it. Because I grew up in a time when being feminine was not celebrated. Whether you were born a woman, whether you were born a man, whether you were gay, trans, non-binary, wherever on the spectrum you fell, you pushed down all those feminine characteristics because we needed to fit in those societal norms, those boxes that made us okay, that made us acceptable and successful. Boys were not allowed to cry. Sensuality, sinful. It was only 300 years ago that women with any sense of intuition were burned at the stakes in Salem. Who does it threaten for humanity to honor their feminine? Who does it serve for us to ignore our emotions? And who the fuck is afraid of women stepping into their voices? We have voices. I grew up in a time, yeah, I'm not old, when toxic masculinity was at its peak. Archie Bunker, Al Bundy, American Psycho, right? We were conditioned to believe that the perfect 80s man was amoral, aggressive, sociopathic, but a high achiever. I do not believe that it is a coincidence that this is the decade that Mr. Grab 'em by the Pussy made his public debut. The former president of the United States of America is the poster boy for toxic masculine behavior. And girls were just taught to be nice. We were taught to be a nice girl. Don't rock the boat. Every other woman in the room is competition. Well, if that's true, honey, we're in trouble. Because there's a lot of ladies here tonight. And another hard truth, ladies, no woman stole anyone's man. The man stepped out. And onus needs to go back where it belongs. Growing up as a feminine creature, I learned very quickly that everything I did was shameful. Because nice girls don't speak like that. Nice girls don't dress like that. Nice girls don't act like that. And nice girls certainly don't try to attract this kind of attention. And that's terribly unfortunate. And when I was a nice girl, I was rewarded. And that's the conditioning. That's what we're teaching our children. And when I wasn't, and I wasn't, I cannot tell you how many times I heard in my life, why can't you just be more like, insert any name here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am begging you to stop raising nice girls. Let them be brave. Let them be fierce. Let them be strong. Let them find their voices. Let them be kind. But don't turn them into nice girls. Because come over here and sit on my lap like a nice girl was exactly what he said to me. be my nice girl. And nice girls don't upset their parents. And nice girls don't tell stories. That's a nice girl. I learned nice girls 10 years before I learned consent. I learned nice girl 15 years before I learned I could say no. Fuck, I learned nice girls 30 years before I learned that I had the ability to gather a community, to surround myself with people who supported me, who were like me, who would heal with me. And that's how we change the world. And even though I have experienced the toxicity of the patriarchy firsthand, I believe that yes, we need to stop raising nice girls for the patriarchy. But I do not believe the way to do so is to just raise the matriarchy. I believe we are here and we are here, and we need to come here. I believe in the feminine rising. The feminine has to come up. 100% she does. And I believe in society accepting the feminine in all of us, in men, in women, in children, in queer. And I believe that each and every one of us is our own balance of feminine and masculine. That's what makes us who we are. Boys can cry. Male musicians are creative. And women can be logical. There are incredible qualities in the divine masculine. The divine masculine is logic, is security, is protection. And if the matriarchy came up and wiped that out, we would be no better off. We need to find balance. We need to find and honor our own energetic balance between our masculine and our feminine, and we need to accept it in one another. If we want to dismantle the patriarchy, which is filled with toxic masculine energy, I believe we need to do so through giving democracy a voice. If a woman or a man is assaulted and they choose to report it, they must then be physically probed by a doctor or a nurse. This is the patriarchal system. This is the law. Then, with a doctor and a nurse validating their wounds, they must not only convince the police, the lawyers, the jury, the judges, family, media, and social media that this happened, but they also have to prove that they didn't ask for it. They have to prove that they didn't wish to be ripped open. They have to prove that they didn't want the bruises and the broken bones. They didn't consent to that video of them being raped being uploaded on social media. That's patriarchy. She was not a complacent, nice girl. Did she say no? And through all of this, a survivor relives and relives and relives. In Canada, it is estimated only 6 in 100 assaults are reported. So what are the options? Community. What happens if, instead of going through all these patriarchal systems, a survivor had the support of a community, someone to step into their voice? What if a community could hold space, listen without prejudice, listen without judgment, hold no shame? What do you think would happen if an assault survivor stood up and said, "No more. I am not what happened to me. I'm taking the narrative back." And with the support of an incredible community, I'm still here. What happens is this. One person finds courage. One person. And that sets the stage for other people to follow their path. And then this incredible thing happens. One person tells a story, and in the back you're going to hear a whisper of me too. And then me too, and then me too. This happened in 2006 when Tarana Burke from the Bronx, New York began a movement to promote empowerment through empathy for survivors. She created an incredible bonded community. And it began as a whisper, it absolutely did. But it turned into a roar and monsters fell. Men went away. There were so many voices we could not ignore them any longer. We haven't won a war yet, but we stood hand in hand. We stood arm in arm, and humanity was united. Week after week, I gather women. I gather them virtually. I rent illegal speakeasies. And I do whatever it takes to bring women together. To heal, to find their voice, so that they may step into who they are authentically, without shame. To be witness to any woman stepping into that. That is my honor. It is inspiring. It is motivating. And this is how we are bringing forth change. We are raising better daughters. We are raising better sons. And we are breaking... Oh, it's out the way, I'll take it. We are breaking the generational trauma. Do not teach your kids to be nice. Encourage them to find community, to express themselves, to explore who they are, to fall in love with themselves and be allowed to be different. My name is Jo Mazgay, and I am divinely feminine. I am extremely sensual. I am intuitive.